Hi, welcome back to Shankar's channel. Um, what you see on the screen, what do you think what it is? Yes, you're right. This is nothing but the Associate Developer Certification exam. After when you clear the exam, you get this badge uh, from AWS that says you are AWS certified for the Developer Associate exam. So let's talk about how you can prepare for it, how you can uh, be called as a certified developer associate. What would you do in order to achieve this target? So what happens when you schedule the exam? You get certain date and time that you prepare for the exam prior to that date and time, and I would recommend you to schedule the exam only when you see you are fully prepared. So this is not something that you would give a try, because this is not very cheap uh, in terms of cost. So this would cost you something. So I would still suggest you to go through some trainings, do some hands-on practice sets, and then schedule the session. So associate certified developer, what it gives, it gives you nothing but the idea wherein you would showcase your knowledge and understanding of core AWS services, uses, and basic AWS architecture best practices, like it is written or when you see on the screen. So organizations with AWS certified developers have the assurance of having the right talent to give them a competitive advantage and ensure stakeholder and customer satisfaction. Having said that, it clearly indicates that when you have the certification exam for AWS as a developer associate, organization and the stakeholders uh, would it would become easy for them to have you on board, because they also believe on having the right set of skills and the knowledge for the requirement they need the person for. And who should take the exam? It is on the official article. You can clearly see to it. AWS Certified Associate is a great starting point on the AWS certification path for individuals who may have any of the following. So, any of the following means if you are working with the AWS already, then you are the right fit for this exam, writing the exam. And if you have some kind of developer role with in-depth, high-level knowledge on the programming's languages, that would be a plus. Or if you have like some IT experience and you have some kind of mapping from a on-prem to cloud experience, that would also work. And if you have working experience in other cloud services and you would like to enhance those skills, that would also be sufficient. Okay, so let's talk about what your exam would contain, especially AWS certification for a developer associate. So it has five categories: the deployment, development with AWS services, security, refactoring, monitoring, and troubleshooting. So when it comes to deployment, it clearly means deploying your codes in AWS using CI/CD pipelines and patterns. You use the service Elastic Beanstalk, EC2, serverless applications deployments like SAM, CI/CD, code commit, code pipeline, code deploy, code build, code start, containerization like ECR, ECS, and many more. So when you have the idea on code commit, code pipeline, code deploy kind of services, it's not necessary that every organization has these kind of CI/CD services tools, but maybe you have heard of Jenkins. So when you get the idea how the pipeline works, you would also get the idea of how you can implement or do the things on Jenkins. Coming to the next category, it says development with AWS services. So deployment would be of 22 percentage, and development with AWS services would be around 30%. So that contains nothing but any solutions that can be implemented with AWS services, including your API gateway, Lambda, SAM, and AWS SDK, DynamoDB, S3, Elastic Caches, and RDS, EBS, EFS, Redshift, SQS, SNS, CloudFront, kinesis, and data pipeline. So that kind of stuff falls under development with AWS services. And again, 30% of the weightage of this is 30%. Coming to the next, security, 26%. Any kind of access management, authentication, authorization using IAM or Cognito kind of services. You do the proper configuration of those services. You get the things encrypted. You store the um, credentials and keys in the secret management, and you use the system manager, premise to store, and secret manager for that. And there are other security topics as well. And the weightage for this is 26%. Refactoring would be around 10%. That contains nothing but the migrating an existing application to the cloud provider or improving applications in the cloud according to the best practices and features. And last but not the least, 12%, monitoring and troubleshooting. So do not escape or avoid this section. This is also important one. So if you see refactoring is even 10%, but if you see monitoring and troubleshooting, it is 12%, 2% more than the refactoring one. So you may be asked to a few questions around CloudWatch, X-ray, CloudTrail, other faults and root cause analysis stuff. Okay, so this is kind of some prerequisites you should have in mind in order to get this clear the in order to clear the exam. And the steps are nothing but these five steps are the major ones. Once you are done with these five steps, you will be called as AWS Certified Developer Associate. Okay, so just sign up to the courses given on some e-learning portals. I remember I have done um, two courses. I've enrolled for two courses. One is offered by Stephen Mark, and another one is offered by Neil Davis, and on e-learning platform. And those courses, those tutors would also provide you some practice sets as well. And you can also go to internet, Google around some sample questions online or internet. You would see some examples of how the questions would actually look like in the actual examination. And there are, of course, white papers on the official website on AWS. You can go through them topic by topic, but that would take you a long. So you, in all of these, one thing you should have is patience. So just have patience. I would recommend you to sign up to the courses, sign up to the console AWS environment, your personal account. I would say just create a personal account, and when you do the course, there would be some hands-on in between in every other topic that is covered in those courses. You should do the hands-on in parallel to the course. Do not wait for the course to get completed and you'll do the hands-on, because it is hard to memorize each and everything that you cover or you study, right? So do not try to make a note of everything that is in the content of the course, but try to make a note of especially the key points. You may be asked in the examination, you think that it is important, and you should keep yourself updated with that particular topic. So it's not necessarily for the exam, but you think that this is important for you to understand, then make a note. And once you're done with all of these, just schedule the exam and see if you're fully prepared. And then I hope it would be easy for you to clear the exam. So I wish you good luck here. And once you are done with the exam, what you would see is the batch. In 5 working days, you would be you would get the result with pass or fail. And once you are clear the exam, you would see something like this on Credly portal. All right, again, wish you good luck.